it is set to take effect by its terms the 91 days after session. The effect of a referendum petition is to suspend a law that has taken effect until the date that the referred measure or portions that are referred come to a vote by voters. And in this case, it's a special election in January of 23. So if you have a successful referendum petition drive, that suspends those portions of the law that otherwise are set to go into effect. So with that, what I'd like to do is kind of walk through the particular provisions that some of which have been referred and some are in the process of being referred and some of which have not, and flag for you kind of the issue with why we feel the 0.7% assessment is only a limited duration. So what I'd like to do is first ask you on Enrolled House Bill 2391 to turn to Section 27 on page 15 of that measure. And you will see there, this is the 0.7% assessment. And you will see that's in subsection 2. And that has been referred, or is in the process of being referred by petitioners to the ballot. The next section down, however, section 28, is actually an amendment to section 27. And it begins on the same page, and you can see at the very last line of the bill or of the act, section 28 refers to section 27 of this 2017 act. And then over on the next page, go to subsection 2, and you can see right there that 0.7% assessment is still there. Now this section was not referred, so as of it is current law, and it is scheduled to go into effect on the 91st day after session. The section 28 does amend section 27 by changing the type of hospital that the assessment is applied to from a waivered hospital to a type A or type B hospital. So that's that amendment of section 27 by section 28, not referred by petitioners. That's what's going on in section 28. And then I'd like to ask you to turn to section 44 over on page 21. And this is a kind of complex operative date. And the first thing I'd like to flag for you there is that it says that if a particular federal agency called the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services authorizes, using the terms in the bill actually, permits the state to impose assessments, then, and you will see under paragraph A, I'm going to skip over a lot of text here, that section, the amendments by section 28 of the act become operative on the later of January 1, 2018, or the date of approval by CMS. So what this provision is saying is that section 28, it's already enacted, signed by the governor. It takes effect on the 91st day because it was not referred, so it's not suspended, and then it becomes operative on January 1, 2018, or the date which CMS approves the imposition of these assessments on these type A and type B hospitals. So that leads to our conclusion that the 0.7% assessment is subject to referendum. It's the only provision it is, that's section 27, for the period from the effective date until January 1, 2018, or CMS approval, whichever is the later. That's the basis for our conclusion on that. And that's, I think that has been the point that has caused the most controversy lately. So with that, I'd like to respond to questions or turn things over to my colleagues.
Any questions from the committee? Seeing none, I guess we can go on to your colleague.